committing crimes in jail to stay in jail.
We're here with the young legend Eagle Witt. What up, big dog?
What up, man? How you guys doing?
Welcome.
Yo, honestly, that'd be great merch. Whoa, that'd be great. If you dope, you gonna end up being dope, and if you suck, you gonna end up sucking.
What product or service would you sell if you had to?
That's so funny.
Your own line of do-rags? They were talking about. Today we're here with a very special guest, a homie, a comedian. He's been on Comedy Central. He's got a Don't Tell comedy special, and he's a young legend in the making. He's getting ready to make his 1 hour special taping debut, maybe. Working on it. We'll see. We're here with the young legend Eagle Witt. What up, big dog?
What up, man? How you guys doing?
Welcome back to 808. You know.
Hey, thank you for having me, bro. I love this place.
We were just talking about the show last night. I guess I asked you how the show was. You were like, it was all right. But I feel like that's like a testament to you just being an artist and always striving for, like, you want shit, fire on all cylinders, maybe?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty self-aware. I can tell when it's not what it should be. You know what I mean? You ever talk to somebody and they're like, they're a dope comic or whatever, but they'll have like a bad set and they're like, yeah, I killed that shit too. And you like, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I was there.
What do you think that's attributed to? Do you think that's an ego thing or delusion?
Delusion? I don't even think it's I think they really believe that shit. Like,
for real?
Yeah, I think so.
And you would say that would be like a good comic saying that? A comic you respect?
Probably not. Probably not, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, because I feel like a comic you would respect be like, nah, that shit was trash.
Yeah. And I could tell when I'm like, oh, that wasn't what it was supposed to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. Because you in New York, you in the mecca of like pure stand-up purists, where there's still art left, and you at the Cellar.
Yeah.
Where do you think is like the hottest comedy right now in New York? Like, what's the hottest room in New York?
I mean, I guess it's technically always like the Cellar, but it's also New York Comedy Club's also great. Yeah. New York Comedy Club's great. They opened up a new club in Brooklyn that I've been enjoying. Brooklyn Improv. Yeah. Which is like a huge, like, it's a part of the improv chain. And they got a mezzanine, they got like a balcony, and they got like a floor section. Sits like 250. Really rocks when it's packed. Yeah. Yeah. Have you headlined it yet? No, I haven't headlined it yet, but I'm thinking about it. I think that shit would go maybe crazy. For like the New York Comedy Festival, I'll do that or something. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not say that. Let me chill out. Yeah, I'm wild. Yeah. I would come out to see the show in Brooklyn. That'd be fun to see you in your element in New York. I love watching your audience here in DC. I would, if I had to describe it, it'd be like black, militant, educated, well-read. Yeah. A lot of Well, it's interesting because in DC, right? Because it's DC, it's always like super educated, well-read black people, right? Yeah. But like when I go to other places, they're super intelligent, my crowds. Right. But it's not always like super educated people, because DC is the educated black scene. Where like you go to other places, my crowds be like different types of black people. Like it'd be like eclectic, like hood niggas and hood bitches, and it'd be smart, educated, like it'd be old, young, like it'd be so crazy, like especially in New York. It'd be like strippers and homies with master's degrees. Yo, legit. And it's like, and they all intelligent though, like they all like get it, and they be locked in, and they love stand up, and they get jokes, you know what I mean, and they listen. But DC is like, oh, y'all all got degrees. Okay. Yeah, like you trying to execute a joke about O.J. Simpson or Emmett Till and talk about critical race theory. Yeah. Like you understand that everyone in the room is going to understand these references, the history. Yeah. And then like you like trying to execute the punchline, you can count on them to like hang in there until you get to the punchline. Yeah. Because I can imagine some cities might be a little tough to get through a 5-minute joke. That's why I don't know. I've had a good time with that bit. It took a minute to form it. Yeah. But now that I've got it structured in a certain way, I can have a good time with it. I think I was going to say I used to save it for the end, which kind of at that point they build the trust in you. Yeah. But now I've gotten to a point where maybe I can open with it sometimes and like have a good time with it. I think especially when you open with it, they're almost like, it's almost like they also think you're crazy for opening with it. So they're listening like, he's got to be going somewhere with this, right? Like, why would he open with this shit? Yeah. So you're basically opening with like a joke you typically closed on before. Yeah. And that's like, I don't know if you saw like that. Louis C.K. Talking Funny. That's where I got it from for sure. Okay. So you're applying something that Louis C.K. does,
which is taking the closer, which is supposed to be like your banger, that you end the show on a strong note, and you put it as the opening joke. Yeah. Which kind of like what that does is like set the bar for the rest of your set.
Absolutely.
Where most comics sometimes can't come close to that same energy, but they're going to push themselves to have that joke energy throughout the entire set.
Yeah.
Pretty wild thing to do.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I used to do it when I was a younger comic, and then I stopped for years. And then I was like, what am I doing? I got to start doing that again. Yeah. Put the closer first. Make the rest of the
Hold
set
you more
strong.
accountable for your set.
Yeah. Because everybody be resting on they set, waiting because they like, I got this closer. Mm-hmm. And everything should be like a closer. Yeah. But that's easier said than done. I don't think everything in my set is a closer. Not right now. Yeah. Not with the shit I'm working on.
Well, you're still developing. You are running your 30 right now?
Yeah, I'm running my 30.
And then you are working towards an hour eventually. So you're going to do the first 30-minute taping?
Yeah, I'm going to do a 30-minute taping.
Do you have like a title for it yet or nah?
Nah.
Nah? If you had to give it like a little, throw out some ideas for a title to kind of like...
I thought about last night. I thought about For My Niggas. I thought that'd be fun. We haven't had a title like that since like Richard Pryor. That'd be so fun, you know?
Hell yeah.
But I don't know. I'm on the fence.
Yeah.
I think, I'm on the fence. I don't know.
Okay. And then, so you got and then you're filming it. You're working on it right now. One of the like my favorite moments of that set that you got right now is super, super fire. You kind of do a lot of like social commentary type stuff. One line that like stuck out to me was like, "Yo, black people are becoming white liberals." That was like, that's like a line that like the crowd's like, you know. And then you go into it. But how'd you come up with that concept? Like, what was the moment you had that like idea?
Well, like, so I live in New York. You know what I mean? Like, super liberal, super educated, liberal city, very diverse, very gentrified, and it's like, I think. You could just I've had so many arguments. Like I always find like with militant black people in like my audience and like just people I come across, like girls I talk to, things like that. Like there's like the militant black person that's almost like a little more Malcolm X-y, where it's almost like conservative. You know what I mean?
Right. And
then there's a militant black person that's a little more like liberal with their ideologies, because their militance doesn't come from just blackness. It comes from like, we should all be equal. Like everyone should win. And it's like technically they're being militant because they're including blackness in that. And when you just talk to them about blackness, it sounds like they're militant. But then they say like, and also blah, blah, blah matters. And that matters. And you go like, I think you've been indoctrinated a little bit. I think this is getting a little shaky. And I realized like the sensitivities that come with that. And also, and this is what I was talking about in the bit, is the optimism. That's the number one thing where I notice. Whenever I hear black people talking like very optimistic about change, I go, oh, they got you. I'm like, that's not a trait that we go through because we know it's not realistic in this country. But liberal white people, they're not, like I say in the bit, they're not experiencing oppression. Yeah. They're just fighting for it. Yeah. So they are so optimistic because they don't even know how heavy of a burden it is. They just think like, I don't know, I'm going to help. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, but it's not that easy to help. Right. You know what I mean? So I think that's where I got it from. I definitely meet black people in New York where I'm like, oh, you really believe like in a month things are going to be okay? Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Yeah. like, yeah. So where do you put yourself on the Venn diagram? Like from white, like liberal to like conservative, like, black guy. I'm like very close to conservative all the way. Like I'm so close to Malcolm. Like I have like a picture of Malcolm with the gun next to my window. With him looking out the window, and I put it next to my window. Who would Malcolm X vote for in 2028? It's tough. I don't know. It could be any. It's Kanye? So tough. Who would Malcolm, if he was still like in the next election? Yeah, in the next election, who would be like the ideal candidate that Malcolm X is like, I support? Dr. Umar? I don't think he'd vote. I don't think he would vote. Yeah, he'd be like, yo, fuck this. He wouldn't vote. Yeah, he wouldn't. I don't think he'd vote. He'd be upset. Yeah, I don't think he'd vote. Yeah. I don't. I'm pretty sure he wasn't with voting back then. I don't think he'd vote. Yeah, because he famously had that thing where he was like anybody that you elect, even if it's a black person, it's someone that the system put for you to elect to keep the system going. Right. So I don't think he'd vote. But if he had to vote, I don't know. I really don't know. It's easy to be like, oh, well, he would vote, like the Democrat, but he wouldn't.
Would he vote for you?
Would he vote for me?
Yeah. If you were like, yo, Malcolm, I got to run, bro.
That's mad funny. I'd like to think so.
He'd be like your campaign manager. Can you imagine that? Malcolm X being your campaign manager in a political race?
Man, it'd be fun. But see, I'm almost happy in a weird way that like those people are gone because they'd have a podcast now. You know what I mean? Like they'd be like content people now. They'd be Dr. Umar. Like I don't want Malcolm to be Dr. Umar. Respect to Dr. Umar. I love Dr. Umar. I think he's very entertaining. I think he's very smart. I think some of his things that he says are very interesting. I fuck with Dr. Umar, but I don't want Malcolm to be Dr. Umar. You know what I mean? Like that's weird.
Yeah. When your heroes turn to content creators, it's a sad day.
Which is kind of a sad day for us, right? I feel like as artists, we became content creators. I try not to be, but it's part of the game now.
It's the landscape, the climate's trying to sell tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I mean, you say it on stage, bro, that you're not really fucking with fame. Like you rather have like the Frank Ocean, Lauryn Hill type career.
Woo! That's my dream. That's my dream, bro.
Yeah, go a little crazy.
What? Go a little crazy and dip. Oh my God, that's my dream. Have a lot of
babies in Jamaica.
What? Bro, I swear that's my dream, bro.
Yeah, like so. Let's break it down. Lauryn Hill, love Lauryn Hill. Grew up on Fugees. Had that album like back in elementary school. The Score, and then she kind of like she went solo, won a bunch of Grammys, then just dipped.
Gone. Dropped one of the most classic albums in the history of music.
I think had babies with the Marley with the it was one of the Marleys.
Maybe she got a bunch of kids.
Yeah. And I guess she still has that critical acclaim where she can pop back out and just
sell out wherever she goes. Show up an hour late. People still like, yo, I saw Lauryn Hill.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
She'll
be rich forever.
Yes, here's I feel like with money, bro, I feel like money's tough. I feel like touring and like I feel like you got to have some other shit going on.
But I don't know because it's like think about even an appearance fee for Lauryn Hill because I think people underrate mystique, right? Mystique is almost priceless. Like when Chappelle disappeared, right?
Yeah.
The reason he got that crazy deal from Netflix is because nobody has seen this nigga. It was like, you want him so bad. How do we get him? So Netflix goes $50 million a special, whatever. Like, whatever it takes to come back.
Here's my pushback. I think the reason why you see so much of Chappelle is because he's touring now. He's probably bigger than ever.
Sure.
But his team is so big that you got to keep paying your team. You got like mad people, publicists, your managers, your photographers, your lawyers, like everyone gets a little cut.
But what I'm saying though is like the money that he took when he came back.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, 100%.
That only happens because he disappeared. And I think like for instance like Lauryn Hill recently she performed with Kanye. Right?
Right.
Kanye's a billionaire. I'm sure Lauryn didn't want to pop out. I'm sure she likes Kanye, but I'm sure, she's clearly a hermit crab. I'm sure she was like, hey, I'm good.
You're right.
How much do you think that nigga paid her to pop out? I'm sure he paid her maybe even like a cool meal just to make that moment.
Right.
She ain't never gonna be broke. In my opinion, I'm like, bro, it's too easy for her to be like, this is the fee. And people be like, yo, I need her. Like, it's a moment. Like, when he performed with her, that shit was all over the internet. It was like, yo, Lauryn Hill did the chorus. This is crazy.
That is fire. Frank, I will say, I think he needed...
Frank, I think, could end up broke. Frank, I worry about sometimes. Frank, I go, Lauryn, there's something about her mystique that's a little more special than Frank.
Yeah. I think Aziz talked about it on one of his specials, too, where he bumped into Frank and was like, how do you just...
manage the money?
Yeah.
And what'd he say?
He was like...
Because I wonder about that with Frank.
Yeah.
It's not that much money.
I think he said something along the... I don't even remember. He's like, I'm coming out with a clothing line. And he goes, that's what it is. Like, or he had to do something to supplement, like, start selling products.
Right?
Yeah. So I'm saying, like...
Because I agree with you on that.
Even Kid Cudi just started a podcast. It's crazy. Like, artists that you're like, bro, you should be good, bro. What are we doing?
Damn, it's tough, man. You really got to manage that money, man, or start another business. I heard Khalees is like, she lives in like South Africa on a farm.
Yeah,
and she sells like, I don't know, skincare products or something, or some products for women, something, makeup maybe, I don't know, but she's thriving. Like I heard she's managing her like moment into a lifetime of money.
Next question for you, bro. If God forbid, comedy's not paying the bills, or you're dropping specials every 10 years, what product or service would you sell if you had to?
That's so funny.
Your own line of do-rags? They were talking about the wave. Hey, last night they were talking about the waves.
That's not a bad idea. Hey, yo, honestly, that'd be great merch. Whoa, that'd be great merch.
Merch? The Eagle Witt do-rag line?
Yo, that'd be crazy merch.
You would be the face. Too. You would use your face with the waves?
Yo, that'd be such good merch.
Dog, that would be fun. It's on brand too.
And it's easy to carry. They're thin little packs. Yeah. Wow, that'd be such. Everyone at the show would buy.
You could sign every do-rag. You could sign it.
Yo,
bro, that's hey, listen.
This is such good merch, bro.
That's why you gotta come on.
And I'm keeping waves forever, bro. This is such a good merch.
You gotta scale it, bro. I'll help you.
My whole crowd could wear do-rags.
Yeah, even the white fans. Like I'm supporting the community.
Yo, merch would be
I like it. I love it. I think I'm excited about it already.
Yo, me too. Do-rag merch. But no, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. But also, you know what? I don't have a lot of shame. Like if I had like millions of followers, and I dipped on everybody, I'd start an OnlyFans. I'd be like, bro, let's get to a bag real quick. Because that's doable for people with millions of followers, and you can quickly get to 7 figures.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
Even if everybody unsubscribes, you can put a picture. They subscribe, and the picture's just like, gotcha. You already got their money once.
Right.
That's it. They can unsubscribe.
Okay, so the OnlyFans. So it's funny because like it was either do-rags or OnlyFans.
I might do both. Yeah. I might do OnlyFans and a do-rag.
Yeah, bro. That's fucking okay. All right, that's good to know. So you have a back. It's good that you have a backup plan. I feel like we had a little exit strategy.
I mean, in investing in real estate, I also like the way Shaq does his shit. I think the way Shaq does. He's my dream entrepreneur.
Really?
Yeah.
Own a bunch of like
just own franchises.
Franchises like pizza spots. He owns like Ben Gay.
Because it's like I think people don't people don't manage their money right. And it's like, bro, if you make a few $1 million doing stand-up, you can start buying franchises.
Easy.
Even like a little laundromat, everybody gotta do their laundry.
What about a Jamaican restaurant?
Let's do it.
Chicken wings.
Let's do it. What's that Jamaican food chain? It's like the McDonald's of Jamaican food. Golden Crust. Own a Golden Crust.
Golden Crust.
Woo! That'd be fire, bro.
That'd be fire, dog.
Yeah, I could see you owning like 20 of them.
Let's do it.
Easy.
Let's do it.
Selling the do-rags in the Golden Crest.
Bro, I think there's ways to flip money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right.
I grew up with hustlers too. I'll ask them. I'll be like, yo, what do you think I should do with this money?
They're like, yo, give me like. They'll probably flip it.
I'm not giving it to them. I'm not doing that.
You talk about you have some old homies from your past that like got into the drug game and that you've never got involved, but you're always around it. Yeah. And that you're proud of them, for...
I'm super proud of my friends. Yeah. I'm super proud of my friends.
They're doing good.
They're doing their thing, man.
Yeah. It's crazy. Do you ever think about like some of your like friends from your past that like, man, if they would have put that energy or their mind into something else...
Legally, by the way. They are selling drugs legally. Continue.
100%. Yeah, or allegedly.
Yeah, or allegedly.
Mm-hmm. You ever think about like people who like put their mind to like criminal activities that like, man, if they would have just went another route, like gone to an open mic or gone to like, done something else with their skills, like their brain, like what they could achieve, like.
Oh man, I have friends. I mean, I feel like every comedian has that story of like, I don't know if I was the funniest. I think I have a friend that was funnier.
Yeah.
Like I think I have a friend that was funnier. I have a friend.
Isn't that a wild feeling to have? Like you have like people that just have more raw talent, but just can't apply themselves.
Or they just applied it in the other direction. They applied it to something else. Like they have the discipline, but they didn't see that for them. They were like, oh, I'm not going to do it that way.
Yeah.
But I have a friend, man. We'd all be roasting each other. And if somebody said a corny joke, he would just go, and it was so funny, bro. It was like the funniest way to be like, that
sound, bro?
I don't know, but it was so funny. It was like a fake laugh of you're corny.
Yeah,
and it would make us laugh so hard.
How old were you guys when he came up with that shit?
Like teenagers, bro. And it was just so funny, man. Like young teenagers.
That's like the rawest comedy I think young teenagers, like, because you're just making sounds now.
That and just like sitting in a circle with a whole bunch of people just roasting. I remember one of the funniest roasts. Some of the funniest roast jokes I've ever heard didn't come from comedians.
Right.
Just like
easy.
Just regular niggas. Just like I remember one of my friends told my other friend, he was ashy. One of my friends told my other friend he looked like he just came from the rebel of 9/11. Damn. That shit was so funny. I'll never forget it. I think that's better than every roast joke I've ever seen in a comedy roast.
That's wild.
Dog, we laughed for hours, bro. It was like every time we thought we were done laughing, we laughed more. And the kid that was ashy just kind of just was like, so funny.
That was that
so
funny
bro. Looked like you came from the rebel of 9/11.
Damn, bro. I feel like, do you think black people are the best at roasting?
Off the top of the head, yeah.
Yeah, freestyle.
Yeah, freestyle roasting.
But you hesitated. Who would come in second place or give them a run for their money?
Writing wise? Or like just like roasting wise?
Street jokes. We'll start with street jokes and go writing.
Oh, just like cooking, just like like Hispanic kids too. You know what I mean? I think it's probably even with black people. It's the same culture basically. We all live in the same neighborhoods and shit. You know?
Yeah. Sometimes hearing a nickname in Spanish hits a little bit because it rhymes.
Oh, you know y'all rhyme with y'all roasting.
And it's like, oh, what the fuck? And it's just like you just kind of get hit with like another language, and you're like, that just sounds like it's crazy.
It sounds like it's crazy. Well, that's the funny thing. I used to tell people like, man, if you ever like snapping like just like on the street with your friends, sometimes it's just a thing that doesn't even make sense. It just sounds like it's funny. Like you could be like, you slap box for dollar slices, and people will be like, ah! And it's like, what? But it just sounds funny. It sounds stupid.
Damn, bro. Have you ever got hit with a nickname or like a roast that you're like, fuck, like I'm not gonna. This was too good. I had to laugh at it.
Oh yeah, I've gotten cooked. I mean, I don't know what, but I've gotten cooked. My memory's bad, but like,
what was like the number one target growing up that like now you're
I had fucked up teeth when I was growing up. I had braces, so that's why like my shit's good now, but that's braces. Yeah,
so they targeted the braces.
They targeted the teeth because I had like adult braces. Like when I was like a young adult, I got braces, but when I was a kid, I didn't have braces. I just had fucked up teeth.
Your parents are like, we're gonna save up money for the braces. Let them build some trauma first.
So like, my teeth got hit. But I don't know. I don't think I got roasted that much because I was a funny kid. Yeah. So I think most of the time it was that people laid off. They were kind of scared, like, I'm going to attack. I think getting roasted will help prepare you for a career in comedy because it builds that like tough exterior, like that shell where you know how to like handle. You ready for a heckler? Them hecklers is never ready to roast you up properly. Right. Oh, you want to hear a crazy roast story, bro? Tell me. With a heckler? Yeah. So I was doing this hood room in Harlem called Mocha's, right? Okay. Famous hood room. I don't know if they do stand up there anymore, but they did for a long time. And they had this girl. They used to call her like the Lion's Den. She's like this beautiful, beautiful black girl, like dime piece. And she would wear a jersey dress. There was nothing wrong with her on an eye test, which can already make it difficult to roast someone. When they're fly, they're gorgeous, perfect body, perfect face. They're cool, you know what I mean? There was nothing to roast about her. But they called her the Lion's Den because she would heckle comics. She would like roast comics from the side, right? So, and I was a young comic, but the host of the show, Smokey Suarez, right? Yeah. He would trust me because I was funny, but I was still a new comic. So he would like leave me up for like way too long. He'd go outside and like smoke and be like, he thought I was Hispanic at the time. He'd be like, this little Spanish nigga got it. And he'd go outside and smoke. And I had it for about 10 minutes worth of material at that point, stretching to 10. And he'd leave me up there for like 20. And I would usually do good. I'd riff, I'd figure it out. You know what I mean? But the Lion's Den was there that night. And it was my first and only experience with her. And she's going in all the comics, and she started going in on me or whatever. And I said something that worked. It killed her. And her friends, she had a little circle around her. They were like, "Oh, bitch! Oh, like got you! He got you, bitch!" And the whole crowd's laughing. I'm feeling myself, young comic. She moves from the side and comes and sits right in front of me. And I'm like right there. It's one of those like rooms where it's right there, the front row. And she goes, "You not that funny. You just got the microphone. If I had a microphone, I'd be just as funny as you." And rookie mistake, I hand her the microphone. This girl, whatever she said, was so fire. It's like I blacked it out. Like, I don't even remember what she said, dog. Whatever she said was that fire, bro. Like, it killed, like, pandemonium. Like, it was like old Def Jam shit. Like, the room was like, ah! Like, they were, like, running around, knocking shit over, smacking tables, like, high-fiving, like, pounding each other up. People were knocking over drinks. It was crazy. And I remember Smokey came in and he got me off stage. And, like, the room reset or whatever. And he came over to me afterwards. He goes, yo, never give them the mic.
Yeah,
They can always get lucky. He goes, you don't know. They could always get lucky. They could be funny. You don't know. And I learned that lesson. It's like one of the best lessons I ever learned in stand-up. Was don't hand a crowd member the mic.
Fuck, bro.
But yeah, she cooked me.
Especially I don't know what she said, but she cooked me. In an NBA dress. Man.
Dog, the confidence. She just cooked me.
New York girls got a different level of because the NBA dress, that's like a certain timeline too. That was like what, early 2000s maybe?
Yeah, early mid 2010s maybe.
Yeah, 2010 maybe late.
The jersey dress.
The jersey dress. Mariah Carey wore it.
Yeah. Maya,
Beyonce,
had the college version. Yeah, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm. Man. Yeah, those girls, New York girls are aggressive too.
Well, New York girls, they have a level of roast where they could get you.
New York girls are the only girls I've seen that like go up to the guys and hit on them.
Oh yeah,
like that's like the only time I've seen it happen in like real life. I'm like, damn, like girls would come on stage and be like, yo, I want that one right there. I'm like, damn, yeah. So I was like, okay. That's cool, man. Could you see yourself living in any other city besides New York?
Absolutely. I can't wait to move.
Really?
Yeah. I'm born and raised. I can't wait to move.
You feel like a New Yorker for life, especially right now.
The
Knicks just won.
I guess technically you always are a New Yorker no matter where you go. But
okay, so what are the cities you're thinking about that you would love to end up in? Money's not an issue.
I like, and it's close to here, PG County. I like Maryland.
Damn, bro, for real?
Yeah.
You come out to PG?
Yeah, I like PG County a lot. I like
I could see you out here in Maryland, just chilling with
a
house.
There's a like a black suburb of Dallas.
Okay.
That's really fire. And I like Texas because there's no income tax.
Right.
Income tax,
yeah. So I think about that a lot.
Okay. Selfishly, I would like for you to end up in the DMV. It would be cool to have, like, you coming into Room 808 like every night, like working on shit.
I'd pull up all the time, bro.
Hey, man.
I would pull up all the time.
Plus, we got 806 coming. Just do 3 spots in a night.
Bro, I'd pull up all the time. I consider it a lot. I look at the real estate. I do, you know what I mean? Like, I kind of see where this is going a little bit career-wise. So I look at Zillow. I go, all right, well, what am I going to do when this shit hits?
Yeah.
But honestly, I want to move out of the country, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Really Lauryn Hill it, for sure. Yeah.
Is Lauryn Hill out the country?
I think she's Jamaica, I think.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think she ended up out there. I don't know where she is now.
Yeah, I want to move out the country. I want to...
Where's Frank? We don't even know where Frank Ocean is.
We have no idea. Yo, no Frank clue. Is the most, like, how of a person I've ever seen in showbiz.
But
we don't even know where he is.
You know what? That can't be recreated because he got in right at the tail end of, like, pre-social media. Mm-hmm. Like... where the industry was still the industry.
Sure.
And like, I think he got the fame and then, but I think now you can't, I don't think that's possible anymore.
I will say this. I think, I don't know. I think, you see comics get to a point and it's rare, but you see a very few select comics have blown up with social media or just with modern day, whatever, even TV or whatever, where like they put up a tour schedule and the whole tour sells out. You know what I mean? Like that. Mm-hmm. If I got to that point or when I get to that point, I would delete. I would like pause. I would deactivate all my social media once the tour sold out. And then when it comes time to tour again, reactivate. Sell a tour, deactivate. Like because in my opinion, at that point, you don't have to keep playing the system. Yeah. You clearly have a rabid psychopath fan base,
right?
That's treating you like they have to get your tickets the second they drop. So at that point, it's like, do you need to keep playing the system of posting every day? I don't know. Maybe you do, but to me, it doesn't feel that way because I'm like you're type of Matt, right? So when Matt sold that world tour. Did he have to keep posting, or could he have just kind of paused his social media and came back for the second world tour?
I think what happened was,
because that was so crazy.
It was crazy, but he broke a lot of records.
Yeah,
on some Taylor Swift shit, and I think he just wanted to do arenas after that first one.
Because that first one was theaters. See, I don't really have an urge to do arenas.
Yeah, and I think, and then now he just did arenas, and he just hit me yesterday and was like, "Yo, you want to do this cruise with me?" He's gonna get his own cruise. Yeah,
that's kind of cool. That's fire.
Yeah, so it's like all him and his homies, and I don't even know if I should say this out loud. You know, it was yesterday, so it's not even info, but it's gonna be next year, and we're just gonna do like I guess he's gonna get his own cruise.
That's really cool.
Crazy.
That's fire.
Some wild shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I see both sides. I see the artist side, and I see like going like mainstream, right?
Yeah.
And I'm somewhere in the middle where like I like having bread, but I think having bread to do things with it. See, like Matt is now after he's done the arenas, now he could fucking get a cruise, right?
Yeah.
I was able to buy a building and turn it into a comedy club, and I think like that's kind of like where I guess is what you do with the resources you got.
Well, if I always think like if I moved out of the country, I'd start a comedy club wherever I move.
Yeah, what kind of comedy club? How big would it be?
Doesn't have to be huge. I like intimate rooms. You know what I mean? If it's anywhere from like, I don't know, 60 to 150, that's great.
And then who would you want to? Who'd be your like the first lineup, like the book comics you would have? Like you know how Chappelle brings people to like his comedy club in Ohio. Who would you want to bring out? Like your list.
Honestly, bro, I'd almost like to cultivate a scene over there.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And it's like people can come. Don't get me wrong. Like friends can come. You know, like famous comedian friends and all that. And people who want to sell tickets can come. But it wouldn't be my priority. My priority would be like, yo, are there people here who are doing open mics? Like, is there like a scene? Yeah. Let's see who the funniest people are.
This sounds like the Mighty Ducks for comedy.
Yeah.
You're just like Emilio Estevez. You're just trying to help like these like, you know, whatever city that like all the like the misfits.
Yeah, because you know Michelle Wolf, she left the country.
She went to Spain.
And she started the comedy club over there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and to me that's like tough. I'm like, bro, what a life to move to another country, have a comedy club, tour when you want. That Michelle to me is probably my dream comedy career. Because Michelle is a bona fide legend. Comedians know like that bitch is real. She's so funny. She's so respected. So smart. Her comedy's great. She can get a special whenever she wants, I'm sure. And she's kind of off the grid a little bit. I mean, she's got social media, but I mean, like Michelle lives in another country. Like she, you know, she tours whenever she wants. I love that.
Damn.
Keeps her personal life personal. Like it's great.
Pops back out, does shows with Chappelle whenever she wants.
Whenever she wants.
That's crazy. Yeah,
I'm sure she can sell a lot of tickets whenever she tours.
Spain's dope. I haven't been there, but that's somewhere where I want to go and visit and do shows.
Bro. You know, I be looking at South Africa because like it's like just on a geographical level.
I could see you in South Africa.
Probably the most beautiful place in the world. Like you can live in a mountain that overlooks the ocean and be walking distance to the ocean. Like there's mountains on top of beaches. I'm like, nigga, how is this even possible?
You could be like the reverse Trevor Noah. Or he came to America.
He came here and I go, we switched.
Do like a little Trading Places movie.
Two different mixed comedians just switching.
Yeah. You become the biggest South African comic.
Oh, that'd be fire, bro.
Yeah.
English speaking country, I could do it.
You start your own show where you talk about South African politics. This is my take on South Africa. I can see you doing that.
Yo, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yo, because I'm very big on like, I'm a hippie, man. I'm very big on like peace and like meditating and like corny shit like that.
Nah, it's not corny, bro. I think in 2026 we need more of that.
Right.
We gotta bring it back.
Yeah, man. I mean, you see like my phone. I have a dumb phone. Like I stay. So like I go to the park every day. Like,
do you like if you were on social media when you have to post, like does that shit affect you? Like you say, like why do you stay away from social media?
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like anything. I get anxiety.
What's the feelings you get? Like it might be relatable to people watching.
I can't even explain it. I just get anxiety. It's funny because I used to be on social media all the time, too much.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, it gives me anxiety. You know what it is? Once you disconnect for a while, because now I've had this dumb phone for like a year maybe. Once you disconnect, your brain detoxes and you go, ooh. And then when you go back, you go, oh, I don't like the way this feels. But you did like it at some point. But once you disconnect, when you go back, it doesn't feel the same. It feels like yucky, and it feels like you're addicted. It feels like you'll find yourself on it and you go, why am I on it right now? What am I doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't even know what I'm doing. What am I doing? Like, I don't like it, and I don't know. It also just feels very parasocial. It feels like it's not real life.
Yeah, where do you get your information from? if you want to get like up on news or like, you know, current events.
Well, you know, it's so funny. So my sister, and I talked about her in the set and how she like, you know, the way she is about Trump and stuff. You know, like she's like super hyper fixated. She asked me that same thing. Can you hear me, bro? She asked me that same thing of like, how do you get your news? Mm-hmm. Most news that we think is important isn't. So like everything that you would get from social media, 95% of the stuff you get from social media, not important. It's not evergreen. It's not a big deal.
It's mostly
a lot of misinformation.
It's mostly opinion based too. It's not even factual.
Exactly. A lot of opinions, a lot of misinformation, a lot of bullshit, a lot of things that are paid for by a certain side, maybe. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The things that matter, like the really big ones, they leak through. Mm. You know what I mean? Like even like I talked about that 1-year-old getting shot. Mm-hmm. That leaked through in my community and the culture, and everybody was talking about it on a level where I didn't see that on social media. But it was a conversation I kept hearing from, you know, people that look like me and stuff like that. I kept hearing like, what was
the story?
Is a 1-year-old in Mississippi, bro?
It was
Mississippi, I think. Was in the car with his mom and her friend. They were leaving a store. I think it was like a Walmart or something, and the cops shot the car and killed the 1-year-old.
Damn.
Yeah. So that's like a big story to the point it breaks through social media. Like I didn't even have to be on social media to hear that story. I kept hearing people talking about like, yo, man, can you believe the cops shot a 1-year-old? Like they shot a 1-year-old. They shot a 1-year-old. And they kept saying it. And then before you know it, I'm like, all right, let me do my Googles. Let me, you know what I mean? Yeah. Let me grab a newspaper. Let me do some research on this. Let me find out information on it. But big stories break through.
Yeah.
Most that shit, it seems big, but it's just because a lot of people sharing it online. That shit ain't really big.
So you ain't tripping off like Iran. Yeah.
Some stories are like, you know about it, right? Like I know about Iran, of course. But it's like, it's almost like a never-ending cycle. It's not a finite story.
Right.
It's almost like the Middle East. It's like, do I need to be on social media to know the Middle East is fucked up? No.
No.
This is never-ending. It's going to keep going.
Yeah.
But like the big headlines, they'll break through. The things that are kind of finite, where it's like, in a couple of days, we're going to find out X, Y, Z. Mm-hmm. Everyone, you don't even got to be on social media. Everybody's talking about it.
Do you care about some people's opinions, like news-based, like creators, like a Candace Owens type? Would you watch her and just get some a take on geopolitics or like the current events?
I love watching Candace Owens. She's one of my favorite people to watch.
I want to know why.
I just like listening to her speak. I don't even agree with everything she says. I'm not saying that. I just like listening to her speak. As a person who speaks for a living, as you could relate to, I don't think anybody speaks like Candace Owens. It's it's underrated how you know, it's so funny. Like you always hear like, he speaks so well, she speaks so well, which is like a microaggression, right? But with Candace Owens,
like she really
does.
She speaks so well. Like god damn.
Yeah.
Like she's one of the most articulate people alive. Mm-hmm. Like it's so fun to watch her just spew her bullshit. Like I just like watching her speak.
Damn, bro. That's it's crazy how like she built her following and her platform, and she's able to like make it with that base. Like, she has like a lot of followers that are white followers.
You know what's interesting? Candace, I think, is like I think Candace, I almost wish we weren't in the era we're in now, because I think when you have such a hard division, you have people go to the wrong side maybe, or people get polarized, or people get known for maybe even if they went to a side and came back, they get stuck and judged for ever being on that side. Right. And then everything's on social media and so much content. Somebody like Candace Owens, man, she could be so useful for progress with her voice, because she's so fucking smart and good at speaking. If
she was utilized the right way.
That's right.
If the right group got a hold, but yeah.
It's like putting LeBron on like a hockey team. It's like, I'm sure the nigga would be all right. He a natural athlete.
Right.
But man, he's better as a basketball player. You know what I
mean? Yeah, no, that's a good point, bro. Yeah. People getting polarized or like, you know, deemed, you know, toxic at an early stage where, you can't see them live to their full potential.
Yeah. You know? And that's a part of, like, the culture of like kind of demonizing people in the spotlight, where you go like, well, once I don't like that, I'm done with you. And it's like,
That's kind of why I love being a comic, because we live in the space of nuance, and it's weird. Comics are the ones that have to apply nuance, where it's like no one else has that. We all can have
we could all do it.
We could all do it.
People don't do it.
We'd rather not. It's too. Maybe it's like a heavy lift for a lot of people, or it's just inconvenient. I don't know exactly why. I can't relate to normal people living day to day, digesting content, and then like, oh, I'm a part of this team called Democrats, or I'm a part of this team called Black Lives Matter, and everything else is like bad. It's like, so it's like there's no, it's hard to, I think finding common ground now in 2026 is very challenging. And I think we live in a very, everyone has their sides, which is, it's sad, because I think dope comedy lives in a space where there's a little bit of a Venn diagram, right? And getting different groups of people to laugh I think is still fire.
It's amazing.
It's the best feeling in the world to get someone that critically doesn't agree with you, but I like that punchline was pretty good.
Yo, man, it's my favorite thing, man. It's my favorite. People ask me sometimes, they'll be like, what's your secret to writing? And I'm never a secret keeper, because I just have a confidence in me where I go even if I tell you the secret, it doesn't mean you'll be able to utilize it the way I do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But for me, it's arguing. I argue with people, and I go, okay. I go, okay, let me go take that on the stage. Because to me, stand-up is just arguing. It's just I have an idea, especially with my premises. It's I usually have a premise where people would go, what the fuck? And I go, now let me show you why I feel this way.
Yeah.
And all you have to do, you don't have to agree, but if you laugh, I win. I'm because you wouldn't laugh if you didn't see somewhat of how I'm thinking.
I love the fact that you take hard topics, challenging premises, and you are let me, going to your point of arguing, or let me prove my, almost like a lawyer going to trying to argue their case, you have this one line in your set where you go, black people are the only people that hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
Right? Which is a very I was in the room and everyone's like, where's this gonna go? You know what I mean? And the way you kind of explain it, you go into depth with it. What spurred that feeling? What spurred that idea?
The constant conversation around being a sellout, being a coon, being an Uncle Tom. It's a constant conversation, and it's I think about it and I'm I don't hear anybody else having these convos. There's no way to be a white sellout. Just no way. You could be an ally of another group, and there's so many white people who are also agreeing with you on that. You're not a sellout. Sure, conservative white people might disagree with you, but they're never going to be you ain't white. Right. You're still white. You know what I mean? Yeah. Black people will be you no longer black, which is crazy to me. I'm what do you mean they're not black? They're still living a black experience. They just disagree with you. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I think that comes from if I'm trying to find reason for it, probably slavery. You know what I mean? Because they had black people watching other black people. They had the Uncle Tom, the Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks character. That is a real thing where they would be this black person oversees those black people and we treat this black person better. And then that black person gets demonized by the black people that are being watched, where they go oh, you a sellout. You going to be masses, watchdog or whatever. And I think that it's generational, right? You think I'm tripping, bro?
Nah, you ain't tripping. You ain't tripping.
Right?
You on par. You on par.
Yeah, so I think, but I want to kill that curse. Don't get me wrong, I'm not better. I also call people a sellout all the time. Every day I go sellout, coon, this, that, in my head. But I want to kill that side of me, but it's hard. But I think we should at least talk about it. Yeah,
no, I think it's a good dialogue to have within your community. I also sometimes stumble upon
your community is definitely going through it.
Latinos. It's a very we are, whether it's MAGA, and I try to I've seen some younger comics try to articulate or get confused on how can you be MAGA when their policies are voting deporting our people, and I'm well some Latinos they're trying their best to assimilate to these newer, they're trying to have upward social mobility, they want to have more opportunities, and they think that possibly siding with this group will allow them to have more security for their family in the future, as opposed to trying to push back on some of these policies and aligning more with people who are just getting here to the country. I find myself in a situation where like, I'm going to these different cities and states that are more red, and I'm like, I would never understand until you meet these people. Like, these are family people, like, good families, but they're just kind of like, they just have a different philosophy. Mm-hmm. Like they're like, I'd rather just roll with these. I'm an American. I am like, all right, you look like me, but it's fine. Whereas, I think of myself as an American, but I think I do feel like it's important to have like equal. Just give everyone a shot, man. Like I think like there's an important try like level the playing field a little bit, and we can have different philosophies, but as long as we're not deporting people, I think that's a good place to be. You know what I mean? Like or hardworking Americans.
I think it's like a privilege to be able to be wrong, right?
Yes.
Right, and I think that's a grace that like our communities don't give ourselves. Like white community gives themselves, they give grace to be wrong, and I think it's because, and it makes sense that we don't, because like we're oppressed, right? We're oppressed groups, Hispanic, Black oppressed groups. So like it's like we don't have the time for you to be wrong. Like we trying to get shit going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But with white groups, they go like, no, you can be wrong. It's cool, and that's dope. That's humanity. That's like we don't give each other that humanity to be wrong. It's like, bro, let your brother, let your sister be wrong. Like let them be wrong.
Yeah, I've seen something recently where so Nate Bargatze was at the White House UFC fight, and that was like maybe the first time white people were like, I'm so disappointed in him, or like I'm so
which shocked me, by the way, because I was like, did you think he wasn't like a MAGA person?
Well, it's only because I think he never came out and said it. But if you watch, if you read the tea leaves, it's not that far-fetched.
It's not that far-fetched.
And also, like, him being there, it's like, why, he's a white millionaire, and he's friends with, like, politicians now. And
Middle America's biggest comic.
Yeah.
Like, there's a chance.
Yeah.
Like, it's not exactly not a chance.
Yeah. If you saw one of someone that you respected or a homie sitting at the UFC fight on the White House, would that change your perspective of them?
No. I'd be unmoved. But I'm unmoved with most things. I probably am unmoved too much.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't hold people accountable?
I try. I think I do, but I think
what's the limits of holding people accountable now? Where is everything you got to be accountable for But I guess if you don't, then things can get a little crazy.
Things are already crazy. I love how people think that like as society we've started like canceling people and holding people accountable, and things have gotten better. I'm like, I don't know. I was like, it looks like the same, if not worse.
Yeah.
I don't think it makes things better.
Yeah.
We could just be a lynch mob now. We could just like yell.
Yeah.
I don't know how it makes things better. There's always gonna be a bad person. Get rid of that bad person. Another bad person will step up.
That's true. Yeah, no, that is true. Well, that's why I enjoy having you here at Roommate 08, because it's like freedom of thoughts, freedom of like creating like, I hate using the word safe space, but like a safe space for jokes.
Yeah.
And what is a joke? A joke is sometimes testing where the line is. And you got to give the artist that freedom. Me as an owner, maybe there's a white person, a white liberal that gets rubbed the wrong way at a joke, and they're like, Martin, I'm going to protest. I'm never coming back to Roommate if you book Eagle. I'm like, look, I'm sorry, but we believe we are freedom of jokes here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we encourage artists to, find the line, push it a little bit, and like create their art, and if they're being judged right away, then it limits the potential of what a joke can be.
Yeah.
You got to give it that full life, that full, like, let it grow, and so I like having you here, Roommate 08. I really enjoy your audience. I enjoy what you bring to the room, and it's exciting to see like where you're headed next, because you're in this like really cool spot where I sat down with Usama Siddiqui recently, and friend. It was like it was really cool, him sitting in the same seat you are, getting just fresh off like Funny AF, getting like going off like announcing his like fucking massive tour, and I feel like you're in a very similar situation soon, right before you take off too. So it's exciting to catch you right now, because I feel like this is like going to be a really cool timestamp on your life, Yeah. Because I think in the next 12 months you're going to have a little bit more perspective on like what it means to have more fame, what it means to have more financial success, what it means to be more people looking at you and holding you more accountable, and maybe that offers you more grace or empathy towards other artists, or maybe it hardens you and makes you judge more. If I'm doing it, they gotta do it, or like, so it's a very interesting thing in like how you balance your personal life and your professional life. Because sometimes what makes a great comedian, I'm talking like, critically acclaimed top 5, sometimes can destroy their personal life. And that's a very interesting dynamic that I'm, doing my own research on too. Is there a world where you can be a top 5 comic working and have a family life,
I don't know. I think about that a lot. I think even when I talk about like the whole Frank Ocean, Lauryn Hill of it all, I think a lot of that is based around my dreams for my personal life. Because I don't think, I'll be honest, I don't know how possible it is to do both in a healthy way.
Yeah.
And I go like, it's not that I can't meet a girl now or within the next couple years as I'm blowing up and like have that and then that be beautiful. I think that's possible. But I think once you add in kids, I go, how great of a dad can you be if you on tour all the time? You know what I mean?
All the time.
And also just the toxicity of this industry in general. I go, yeah, Lauryn Hill, Frank Ocean. Let me drop a couple of specials to get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah.
Like once my kids are like 5 and up, I don't want to be in this industry anymore. Do I still want to be doing stand-up on the low? Of course.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like popping into rooms, working on material, maybe once every 10 years. I go, oh shit, I got a special together. Let's drop this. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to be like someone who's forefront every day you see me. I'm good.
Nah, you're going to be the leading do-rag seller in all of North America.
I'll be the new Bow Wow. The do-rag packs. Bow Wow's making a bag off do-rags.
Just doing shows at SeaWorld, doing stand-up.
Why do they have rappers go there to do shows?
I think I mean, this is just speculation, but whoever does their programming is probably like a millennial.
Man, that, like, it's so funny.
Had this idea like, yo, the millennials are now parents. They'll come, they'll bring the kids, and it'll be like a 2-for-1.
Did you see they had like the Yin Yang twins and this lady with the baby was twerking? Mm-hmm. Fire, dog. Yeah. Fire, dog.
No, it's smart. It's smart. Reek, do you have any questions, big dog?
Yeah, I wanted to ask a couple things. Well, one, I know you said you was talking about how you wanted to kind of keep your brand of comedy kind of boutique-ish, right? How are you adjusting to fame? Like people knowing you, because like with the internet, your clips start circulating. You can't really control who's seeing them where you. So now when you're out and about in certain spaces, like how are you adjusting to like people being like, yo, can I get a picture type, all that?
I hate it, to be honest, bro. I wish there was a more graceful way I could say it, but I don't like it. I appreciate the appreciation. I can't say like I hate it when people walk up to me. That's fine. You know what I mean? Like I want to know that my art is resonating. Mm-hmm. But when you know what it is? It's like, so I was on the phone with my mom, and within 20 minutes, 3-4 people came up to me. I was walking around in Brooklyn, like in Flatbush, like 3-4 people in like 20 minutes. My mom was like, another person. I was like, yeah. I like the moment they walk up to me, hey, I really like your stand-up, man. It means a lot. Keep doing what you're doing, blah, blah. Keep saying what you're saying. That's always a big compliment. Like, you know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm doing something profound and important. But then when they walk away, that's where the anxiety sets in. And I go, ooh, strangers know me. Mm-hmm. And I don't like that. Mm-hmm. There's a piece of me that doesn't like that. I go, ooh, I'm really exposed.
Yeah.
I don't like that feeling. So in the moment, that walk-up is nice. But then afterwards, it makes me reflect on what's happening. And that makes me go, ooh, I can't wait to get out this shit.
Yeah. That's deep.
That's
deep.
I wonder where that stems from. Like is that like an introverted thing, or like just, you're just a private person?
I think I'm a private person. I think I don't trust the general public. Like, I think I'm very observant of the way fame is treated nowadays and the way celebrities are treated nowadays. And I go, ooh, I'd rather be on the general public side of that than be on the celebrity side of that. I don't think being a celebrity is lit anymore. There was a time. I think if this was like the 90s and that was happening, I'd be like, let's go, baby, we up.
Yeah.
But like, nah, it's not. Shit isn't hot right now.
So many random people becoming
You said what?
It's so many random people becoming famous now that it kind of like dilutes it a little bit, right? Like it sometimes doesn't seem as special as it was like in the time like the 90s where it was a thing to be like, because you know your work got you to this space. Now somebody can just go outside and do something real goofy
and they'd be a star.
And they're for bookings.
I mean, there's that, and I think also I don't think people... I think there was a time where people genuinely liked celebrities, and they genuinely liked artists that made them feel good and that got huge off making them feel good, or athletes that made them feel good, and they were like, I just wholeheartedly like you. Thank you for bringing this joy to my life. And I don't think that time exists anymore. I don't. And I know people will try to claim that they really like artists that make them feel good. I don't think they do. Like, I really don't. I think there's like a
let
weird...
them pull up to the White House for a UFC fight and see how much they love them still.
You said what? Yeah, exactly.
I said
exactly.
Because you said it last night on stage. You said audiences are fickle now.
Yeah.
They fuck with you one moment and then they're ready to turn their back on you in the next.
100%.
Like, you could put out one dope ass special, but that's not... They could, you do the wrong thing, send the wrong dick pic, you out of there.
Out of there, dog.
You out of there.
I just don't think, and that's okay. You know what I mean? I'm not even condemning people for being that way. I mean, it's the times, but also don't be shocked that I don't want to be famous. That I'm like, I'm good on this. It just seems like a lot of anxiety to me. Like being huge famous. Like if I had like millions of followers. I think I would wake up every day with anxiety. Like I think I need literal like anxiety medication. Because how would you not wake up and think like, what are they saying about me right now? You know what I mean? Like what's going on? Or like, do people hate me right now? Like you every day can change. Like I don't understand how you could be somebody like Kanye West or something. You're in the headlines every day with no publicist. That's crazy, dog. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
News articles, news outlets just talking about you no matter what. Every day you wake up, there's a news story about you. I want to go home. I want to go home.
Do you have a routine that you do every day?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm trying to get better with it. I pray every night. I know that. I pray every night.
How long do you pray for? Is it like a minute?
It's not quick unless I'm super exhausted.
Okay.
I pray for like a whole minute.
You do the thing where you like close your eyes and the prayer isn't like in your mind, or do you say it out loud?
Close my eyes. Yeah, I don't say it out loud.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy. Especially in the crib by yourself. Yeah. That's kind of wild.
Dear God.
That is highly unnecessary. That's some 12-year-old shit if I've ever seen it. Dear God. I will say this, I pray weird.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a religion. Like I'm very like agnostic. Like I haven't picked a side yet.
Yeah, free agent.
Yeah, I'm a free agent for real. Yeah. That's a great way to put it. That's hilarious, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I'm a free agent. And I like certain things from certain religions, so I pray like a Muslim. Like I pray with my hands open like this, because I think that shit is fire. Like whenever I see Muslim niggas do that, I go, that's tough, bro. I gotta do that.
Yeah.
It just seems like God can reach you more. I'm like, this looks open. Where this to me, I'd be like, I don't know, kind of look like I'm closing this nigga off.
Yeah, you look like you open to the blessings.
Yeah,
coming,
so I'm
right?
like, this is like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Give me the shit. Like,
you got any like Jewish things about you?
Nah, anxiety.
Yeah,
I probably got a little Jewish anxiety.
I think I saw that on the internet. Like you're like half Jewish.
My dad's Jewish. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So like, you think that is hereditary, the anxiety?
I think so. He's anxious. He's always worrying, and I'm always worrying. I worry, bro. I try to joke about this. Maybe I'll try it again and try to work on it. Maybe I'll work on it tonight.
Yeah.
But it's
Black and Jewish gives you a lot of anxiety. When you see the cops, you get double.
Well, no, it wasn't even that.
Like,
it's just a joke about how anxious I am. Like if I see the cops, right? Like if the cops pull me over, I have the initial thought of like I'm gonna get shot, which is a regular thought, right? and then it spirals to even crazier, weird worries. Like no exaggeration, I get pulled over. I'm like, I'm gonna get shot. Then I think, or I get arrested. I get put in the system, but something's wrong with the system, and they put me in holding. But the holding is taking so long that I end up in jail, which happens sometimes, right? They got to put you away for like a year while they figure out the paperwork.
Yeah.
Now I'm in real fucking jail with real jail niggas. I start getting raped. I start getting fucked in jail, bro. Then I start liking it for some reason, right? I become the nigga who likes getting fucked in jail. I'm wearing Kool-Aid lipstick in jail. I'm gay now. I'm just a sassy gay nigga in jail who loves jail. I'm like, man, I can't get enough of jail. I'm committing crimes in jail to stay in jail so I keep getting my shit cracked. Now for the rest of my life, I'm this weird nigga that's only in jail because I like getting cracked by these jail niggas. Right? I end up either murdered or sick. Right? And I live out my life like this. And this is all because I got a speeding ticket, dog. All because one of my taillights was out a little bit, and the nice officer was like, hey, bro, I just want to let you know your shit's out a little bit. Oh, but all these thoughts ran through my head in that 30 minutes of me sitting on the side of the highway. Oh, man. That's how much I worry. That is literally how much I worry. I'm sick. I worry on such a high level, bro.
Yeah, we got to get you some medication, bro. We got to get you on some medication. That was wild, bro. That was crazy. But yeah, I mean, that makes sense now. I think now I understand why you don't want to be famous. I think now, like, hear him say that, because I know that wasn't like, that was a well thought out, like, he's had multiple thoughts about getting raped. Like, and like, I have not one time ever felt that way. Which, you know, every life is, you know, it's all about perspective, you know. I feel like, you know, you ever meet someone, you're like, damn, man, I'm blessed too, you know, like, I'm happy I don't think about getting raped. Because you know, I was having an anxious day myself, but that's because I'm doing a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But I'm like, at no point during my like anxiety was I like, I might go to jail and get raped.
You know when I realized I had an anxiety problem, bro? This is when I realized. I was already giving it thought. I was already like, man, I think I'm too anxious, right? And like, I think I'm way too anxious. And then I thought about when I was a little kid. When I was a little kid, I was raised by just my mom. When my mom would go to go do things, right? And she'd like leave me at home. I thought she was gonna die. I don't know why. But like if she said, I'll be back in half an hour. At minute 31, I was like, nigga, she got in a car wreck. This is crazy. This is my life. I'm just a kid with no mom now. This is fucking crazy. That's crazy. And it was like, and I feel like mental health, it's from your whole life. People think like it can be something you develop, but a lot of people. I remember I had a friend, one of my best friends in life to this day. When he was a little kid, he would like stare off into space and get watery-eyed, and we'd be like, "Yo, what's wrong, bro?" And he'd be like, man, in second grade, I went through this breakup. And we'd make fun of him. So we were teenagers and shit. We were like 13, 12, like 14, 15. We'd be like, nigga, what? Yeah. He'd be like, you're a fucking weirdo, bro. And he'd be like sad. But then as an adult, he deals with depression. And I look back and I go, oh, this nigga was always dealing with depression. You know what I mean? But it's different when you're a little kid. You almost don't have things to be depressed about. So you put them on these weird little kid issues. Yeah. But they're real issues for your life. Yeah. You don't know anything else.
Yeah. Different things impact people differently. Yeah, like, for sure.
Like I look at sad little kids now and I go, ooh,
yeah.
Are you really this sad over this candy you dropped? Or are you dealing with some shit, my nigga?
Like, what's going on with you? Because young people could definitely internalize a lot.
Yo,
like in a big way. And if you don't teach kids how to like communicate or like get it like, you know, healthy, do it in a healthy way, like
highest rate of suicide is children, man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Kids kill themselves more than anybody.
Damn.
Because they don't know that life goes on because they haven't experienced enough life. So that's why you always got to watch. Like you have kids, you got to watch them for if they get too sad. Too sad. Of course, kids are gonna throw temper tantrums and shit. But where they're like in a room, sad, locked around, you got to be like, yo, you know, life goes on. Like it's gonna be all right. Because kids will do it. Kids will off themselves thinking like this won't get better.
Damn.
We know it'll get better. We've lived.
Yeah. Man, yeah. I mean, that's, you know, I think you do talk a lot about mental health. You talk a lot about things that don't really get talked about a lot on stage. You take on like really like, I would say dark topics, but like topics that are like a little bit, dark. I can say dark topics. Yeah. Do you get like a good, like, do you have any responsibility on stage when you go on stage? Like, yo, I gotta like push the envelope, or I gotta like, how do you find the line? Because I feel like that's something that you're constantly playing with, like finding the line.
Yeah. I mean, I usually cross it first for sure, which you've seen me do a couple of times. I think that to me is, you know, when people get a finished product of mine, I mean, sometimes I'm still crossing the line, I think a lot of people would say. But I like to think that I've dialed it back and just touched the line. But me working it out, I really cross the line. Like when I'm working it out, I say, wow.
So a lot of the clubs you work out in New York, they give you that space to fuck up. or to not fuck up, but like to, you know.
I think I've earned that level of respect and trust in New York at this point. Yeah, they know. They're like, Eagle's messy. He's gonna say some wild shit. And but I also know how to bring it back.
A comic might have to do cleanup after you.
No, because I know how to fix it. You know what I mean? Like I'm never gonna.
You're not gonna just shit on the stage and like walk away.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna make sure the crowd feels all right by the time I get off. But I'll take it there. I do feel responsibility to not necessarily push the envelope, but I feel responsibility to almost educate or almost like give a nuanced look at dark topics.
Yeah.
That I feel.
What advice would you give to like young comics who look up to you, or like, you know, like they see you and they're like, I want to be like Eagle Witt?
Don't try to be like me. See, this is the problem. This is why fame is risky. People think like, yo, I want to be like this person, and then they put you on this pedestal and they think you dope. I'm not dope. Don't try to be like me. Do not try to be like me.
So a rebuttal would be like, be yourself, be original.
Yeah.
Like find your own voice, find your own lane, find what works for you, what makes you different, special.
Yo, 100%. I think my advice would be just keep working at it. Keep doing stand-up as much as you can. And like, if you dope, you're going to end up being dope. And if you suck, you're going to end up sucking. I'm very like, I don't really have anything too motivational to say.
Not like, nothing too crazy, because comedy is one of the few arts that it kind of sorts itself out.
100%.
It's like, it's pretty merit based in the end. There's some people like, oh, it's not fair because of the industry, but now it's kind of like, nah, like the people kind of decide now.
100%. You post some shit. If you really as dope as you think you are, you're going to see. It's also, it's just like, it's such a comedy. I was telling somebody, I think comedy is the easiest art form in showbiz to succeed in. And obviously it's the hardest art form, I think a lot of people would say, right? But it's the easiest to succeed in because of how hard it is as an art form, if that makes sense. It's like a weird paradox where it's like acting and rapping and singing, and there's so many people that can sing. So many people that can sing. So many niggas that can rap. So many people that can act. There's not a lot of people that can do comedy on a high level. There's just not. So if you can do comedy on a high level, you're going to make it. You're going to be all right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's almost like a cheat code of an art form in showbiz. Like you'll have a career. You'll succeed. You'll at least become like a D-list celebrity or something. Mm-hmm. At least make six figures. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because you can do it.
Just because. Yeah.
99% of comedians suck.
Yeah.
Think about how many people do stand-up, bro.
Yeah, no, I listen.
99% of these niggas are terrible.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Go to open mic. They're terrible.
Yeah. If you had to rank your favorite specials right now, or just favorite specials of all time, which specials would you go with?
Fuck, what a good question. That's a good question. Do you ask everybody this question?
No, but I'm more interested in what you have to say about it.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. That's so nice, bro. Bring the Pain is
number one.
I don't want to rank them in order, but like a 5. You give S for like a 5. Mm-hmm. Bring the Pain is maybe the best debut ever. I mean, it's unbelievable what Chris Rock did with that. Also, I'm a Grown Little Man is a phenomenal debut. It's unbelievable what Kevin Hart did with that. Killing Them Softly is the best put together opera I've ever seen.
Cohesive.
It's just so cohesive. It's like a movie.
Subject matter, just
man, with the callbacks and the this and the that, and like he
also the energy of the crowd.
Yeah,
him and Chris Rock's energy of those crowds were like electric.
It was like people were waiting for it. Which, by the way, I feel like I might be building, which I like. I'm like, I want that first special to feel like people were like, yeah, finally, like, let's do this shit. Because that's how that felt. Elephant in the Room, Patrice O'Neal is fucking insane, bro. Mm-hmm. So crazy how good that shit is. Live on Sunset Strip, Richard Pryor, fire. Hilarious Louis C.K. I'm going past 5 now. Yeah. Hilarious Louis C.K.
But these are specials that have an impact on you, that you're like,
for sure.
This, you know.
There's a Bill Burr special. I can't remember the name of it, but really fucking fire. I guess I'll leave it at that. I could keep going for days. I love stand-up. I've studied stand-up so hard.
Yeah. Good stand-up is good.
Shane's first special is also phenomenal. Live in Austin.
Yeah, it's an easy watch. It's like a...
When you were talking about in our hours, like, important now.
Yeah.
And I said, like, if they're amazing, I was thinking of Shane's special.
Yeah.
Because it was like 45, which is basically an hour. I mean, I remember watching that and being like, this nigga's going to be huge. I was like, oh my God, Shane Gillis. Like, this is a classic. This is the first classic of our generation. I was like, this is a fucking classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like 60 million views or some shit now. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people can always go back to that and be like, that's why I like him.
Yeah.
Or that's the you know, the special that I discovered him.
Even if it falls off, people can go, this is why he's here. You know what I mean? Like when people talk shit about Kevin Hart, I'm like, but did you see I'm a Grown Little Man? Because that's why he's the biggest comic in the world. That special was fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people don't realize like why the first special is so important, because it's like, that's like 10, whatever, how long you've been doing it, it's like all your years of work into one. So you just got to come out the gate. And that's why there's a big drop off on the second joint.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's like the time you've had to work on the second joint.
But do you feel like posting bits gets rid of those bits? Like, do you feel like that changes the way people's first specials are now? Because I do. I feel like back in the day, a first special was 10 years, 20 years culminated into one special, right? But now I feel like if you've already burned material, it's actually not that anymore. Now it's whatever the past 2 years of working was.
Possibly. Or it could be like a hodgepodge of like some of the old with what's already kind of out there, but it's all cohesive. I think as long as it's cohesive and like kind of like a Kendrick Lamar album, like how it's like curated, like, you know, joke placement where the jokes are being placed, closer, opening line, you know.
That's interesting to compare it to music too, because like in music, they'll drop the singles first. We vibe off the singles for maybe even months.
Yep.
And then the album comes out and those singles are still on the album.
Right.
Ooh, this gives me a whole new perspective, bro.
Yeah, so it's a different an album or a special is a different experience than a clip.
Yeah, you're right.
The clip is almost like the promo for the special.
Yeah.
Or your work or your catalog. It's like almost like a business card. Like, here, this is who I am.
It's very interesting, especially because people, as you've probably experienced, people will come to a show and still kind of want what they saw.
Yeah, or get more than what they expected, which is usually what happens with me. Because I don't put out stand-up, so it's like when they come see my show, they're like, oh, wow. Like,
and you have material.
Yeah,
like, I've watched you and been like, oh, wow. Like, he's got bits that are really strong.
I have a strong fear of putting out, because I come from an older class. I'm like 14 years in, so it's like, putting out stand-up is like nerve-wracking for me. Yeah. It's a very nerve-wracking, because I always feel like it's never done. I always feel like I can kind of like...
You can work on it more.
Yeah. It never feels ready. You know what I mean? And so at least now in 2000, you know, but that goes back to like going back to getting back in the gym with like spots and multiple spots and not touring and not...
It's so amazing how stand-up can never be done too.
No.
Like I've been doing that OJ bit for a minute, and last night I said the kombucha line. That was off the top of the head, and I was like, well, I'm keeping that shit. I was like, that's a new addition to the bit.
Yeah, you hear so many comics after they tape their special like, I wish I had that. But, you know, but in some cases, some of it's timely, right? Like some of it's like discussing current events, and you got to get it out quick. You don't want it to sit too long, right? So, yeah, I have to get over some of my own fears and just put out stuff and just sit with the views and whatever it is, and just like that's just what it is, bro. Like, stop chasing like views and ticket sales and just, you know, put out the art side of it.
Man, it's been such a hard thing for me to accept. It's just like putting out stand up. I think about it all the time, where it's like I am the definition of postponing my own success. I say no to things. I take too long to get on the train when people go like I could have been posting on social media years ago. Right. And probably been going just as viral as I am now. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Easily. Yeah.
But I was like, I ain't doing that shit.
You've been going viral for a minute, bro. Like that's the other thing. Like you've been going viral for a minute. Like you've had years, like moments, and then
I've had moments for sure.
Yeah. And I remember seeing those moments like years ago, and I'm like, oh shit, and then it'd be like nothing.
It'd be nothing.
Yeah. And then it's also like, how do you feel about like clips going viral where it's like you had this one clip that went viral, or a couple clips from Room 808, like the one with the lesbian girls, and it's like, it was a cool clip, but like, bro, the amount of people I would go get my hair cut, like, yo, I seen this clip going viral at your club. I'm like, yeah, Eagle, like it's crazy, but it's like, that's not even a bit, like you were just doing crowd work,
just fucking around.
Yeah. And people like gravitate towards that. So there's there a side of you like, damn, that's all it takes. Like,
I understand that people like crowd work online. Yeah, but I don't. I almost feel like people like crowd work online, and then they celebrate, Chappelle or Chris Rock or Bill Burr, or like all these bit comics, and they go, "These are the greatest comics I've ever seen." Meanwhile, they're buying tickets on crowd work. They're following crowd work comics. They're making crowd work comics become household names, and then the people working on bits are kind of struggling. And it's like, well, you're like killing the chances of having another generational talent as a legend that you could turn on Netflix and see. You know what I mean? But I don't think I think there's a disconnect. I don't think the general public realizes that. When they go follow those people that do nothing but crowd work, it's like, well, all right, you're just making it harder to have a next blah, blah, blah person. So I don't know. It's tricky. But my material goes viral, but it doesn't go viral as much as the crowd work, which is crazy. I do think about it.
Does it hurt you at all? Like you're feeling like in a sense of like, damn,
tiny
bro,
bit.
like this? Like this is what y'all like?
A tiny bit. I only say a tiny bit because I already assumed it. I'm already like, yeah, I know. Y'all want me to fuck around with the crowd. But I just can't fold to it. That's what it is. The fact that the jokes go viral, I go, fuck that. I'm not folding to the crowd work. If something organic happens, sure. Because I could easily, like, tonight, tomorrow, the next night that I'm here, go, I'm doing crowd work the whole entire time.
Right.
Have 50 clips.
Right.
Within a year, have 1 million followers.
Sell out the whole tour.
Straight up.
But then you end up having to do that on
then
stage.
When I go on tour, I got to do... Bro, I'm telling you, the worst thing about this business is integrity. I hate having integrity. I hate having integrity. Integrity will keep you broke in showbiz. Like, I say no to so many things. I could easily do what we just talked about. I could do crowd work for the rest of the time I'm here, gain a crazy following over the next couple months. I just can't do it. It's whatever's inside me won't let me do certain things, and it keeps me broke.
What's the biggest thing you've turned down?
Funny AF. I think that's the biggest thing I turned down. Funny AF. I'm still thinking about it every day. And I know the second season's coming up and people keep telling me like, yo, you're going to do it, you're going to do it. People keep asking me, pushing me. Probably not. Probably not. Yeah. I'll probably say no again. I just, I heard this great story once, bro. Tyler, the Creator, said that when he was coming up, when he was like a teenager with Odd Future and he had Frank Ocean and everybody, Jay-Z invited them to his crib. It was like one of his cribs, like a crib in like LA. You heard this story?
Yeah, I know that I heard this story.
So he goes, and Jay-Z offered him like $1 million to sign with Rockefeller. And Tyler, regular broke kid at the time, goes, nah, I'm good. And he just had this like self-confidence of like, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna move strategically until then. It's chess, it's the long game, it's not the short game. And that's the space I live in, but it's not comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, I'm constantly saying no to things because I go, that's not the thing.
Right.
Even if it's the thing short-term wise.
I
think if I was to do Funny AF, I think I'd have a really solid chance of winning. Even a really solid... I'd almost definitely be a finalist.
But it might not be, just from an outsider looking in, like, it might not be the best place for those jokes to live.
That's what I think, too. I don't think it's the best place for the type of stand-up I do to live. And I also think my audience... It's not the best place to get my audience or to keep my audience that I already have for them to see me on a platform like that.
Right.
I just think long term, it's not authentic
unless
to me.
You changed you did just a completely different set list.
Sure. Like, if I did like jokes about like I used to work at Foot Locker.
Or being mixed.
You know, like, like I'm mixed. Like this is me. Like
then that could be a world, but yeah, doing like...
But then I'm building an audience based off type of stand-up I don't really do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And then exactly, might as well post crowd work clips at that point.
Exactly. So it's tough. You know what I mean? I say no to a lot of shit.
I will say, man, it's an honor that you come to 808 and you always like choose us for working out and like it's a big deal for us to have you and like it's exciting, man. So like whether you do Funny AF or not, like we'll always host you.
Yo, thank you, bro. I think, like I said, just like the Tyler thing, I think it's all going to work out regardless. You know what I mean? I'm sure my management is banging their head against walls, because I say no so much, but it'll all work out.
I think so.
I think I have the talent where it'll work out.
I think as long as you have the rooms to like work out in, you're good. Like that's all you need is like the rooms with the crowds and you can just, create. Yeah. So as long as you're creating, things are going to move forward, I think.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm realizing too. Yep.
So to follow up what you said, right? It was a moment in your journey, right, where you weren't in position to turn down something like Funny AF, right? It was a part of, like, you know, as you coming up, you know, doing open mics and everything. Can you pinpoint the moment where you think that moment or that room that you did, and when you finished, you knew it was going to change? Like, oh, I'm about to turn up. Like, this night was the night, or this show was a show, or this moment was a moment that you woke up the next day, the phone rang a little differently, the calls started coming, maybe management, maybe something happened. But was there ever a moment that you can pinpoint where you feel like you had a night and a show so well that it moved you from just being the open mic guy to taking you into a space where you're turning up to the point where you can get to the level where you can say, nah, I'm not doing that? Or
that's a really good question, because when you started the question, I immediately thought, like, I would always say no to stuff, but that's not true. When I wasn't getting paid for stand-up, I'll take anything because I thought credits could help get me paid.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then when you're a young comic, you think, if I get a credit, I'll start getting paid to do stand-up consistently, which is a little true, but not really that true. So at that point, I would have said yes to anything. I was so hungry. Then now I do stand-up for a living, and I'm not rich by any means, but I grew up so poor that I'm very comfortable, for one, being poor, and two, just being able to pay my bills is a luxury. So I go, oh, I can pay my bills? I'm never selling my soul. I'm never doing something I don't want to do, because I can pay my bills. I don't need to live in a mansion. I can pay my bills. It's amazing.
It's almost like your humble background was a blessing.
100%.
It prepared you for this life as an artist.
Absolutely. I don't have to say anything to anything I'm uncomfortable with. Yes to anything I'm uncomfortable with. And then also the art part of it. Like, once I got to a point where I really feel like I don't like to talk like this, but just to answer your question, where I really feel like, yo, I'm great at this shit. I go, it'll be all right. I'll say no. Like, they can't, like, this industry and showbiz and people and general public and all the opportunities, you can't ignore me forever. Nigga, like, I'm really fucking good. Like, at some point, I'm gonna break through. I don't know what that breakthrough will look like, but it's bound to happen. It's just like a self-confidence where I go, now I can say no. But there was a time as an artist where I wasn't that good, and I would say yes because I was like, whoa, you want me? Now I'm like, oh, of course you want me. I'm good. You know what I mean? It's almost like arrogance is where I'm like, yeah, I get it. You want me. I don't want you. But there was a time where I felt chosen, where the industry would go, here's an opportunity. And I go, oh, they chose me. Oh my God. Yes, please. Thank you so much.
Comedy Central Digital.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe Comedy Central wants me. And now it's like, I get why you guys want me, but who's winning? Is it you or is it me?
Yeah.
And most of the time it's them. Most of the time the industry wins off you. And I'm good.
Yeah. I think that's a good place to end it, man. Man, we're good off the industry. Hey,
maybe. Let's see. Get some good. They can offer me the right thing. Who knows?
I got a price.
You
got a price?
An opportunity price or a price? Yeah, I have a price. I think if you threw me $20 million for anything, I take it because I'm out.
Yeah.
All I need is $20 million, and I go, I'll never be broke again.
Yeah.
Let's dip. I'll take it. Whatever you want me to do for $20 million, let's do it. I'm out.
$20 million.
That's my exit price.
All right.
What's your exit price? Because you're a hustler a little more than me, so you might have a higher exit price. I might
have a higher. You know what it is for me, man? It's for the love of the. Like, I love working. Like, I love the creating community, like buying buildings and building the next, like, this is like the next frontier of stand-up. I feel like I'm on a different wave of like pushing the culture forward in a different way with venues and
that's amazing.
Artist relations, like how
so healthy, bro.
How clubs should treat comics. You know what I mean? As someone who came up and I've been banned from clubs for working with another club. You know what I mean? And like, I've been escorted out by security, like, yo, you can't come here because you did that.
Crazy.
And so I've gone through these traumatic moments where, like, I had to buy the owner of a club, one of my home clubs, a gift basket because I did something that rubbed them the wrong way, and I'm trying to win them over again. It's like shit that, like, I look back, I'm like, damn, I can't believe I had to do those things to be good with certain owners. And I'm like, this is crazy. Whereas it should just be based on character and comedy and who's trying to do good, like, you know, who's trying to have a career. Yeah, those people should be rewarded, you know, because there's so many hobbyists. And so, yeah, I just think like we need more literally like safe spaces for jokes. Like, literally, like, we really need owners that support the comics and like, yo, nah, come over here. I'll get you the door deal you need. Because I know it's on some survival shit sometimes. Like, you need the money. The money's got to make sense.
Yeah.
The economics in comedy is so fucked up right now. Hosts, features, headline, like, there's not enough bread that's going around, and things need to change. I'm giving more comics residencies, monthly shows, so they can pay their bills. You know?
To me, you have like you're so healthy, bro. Every time I come to DC, I tell Martin how healthy he is. Like, he's such a healthy. I don't think y'all realize how healthy Martin is. Like, if you guys should champion any celebrity and feel like this person,
I don't want that pressure on me either.
That's actually a good point. That's a good point. Again, nobody wants that pressure.
Because I branded the Wholesome Homie on tour, you know, but I was there like, yo, you should call the tour the Wholesome Homie tour. I'm like, see, I don't want that, because then if I were to ever do anything that's not wholesome, you're fucked. Then I'm gonna be held accountable. And it's like, bro, like, that's not, you're taking it too literally. We live in an age where people take things way too literally.
You're absolutely right. Well, he's healthy. This is a healthy, which is a nice baseline. Yeah. And he's, man, every time, like, even hearing you say, like, that's how you want to push it now. Yeah. You never hear somebody say that. Like myself, I'm like, I want to push the art form by being great and doing this type of stand-up and blah, 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 blah. And you're like, I want to push the art form by giving a space for comedians to grow in the art form. Nigga, that's so healthy.
Because I look back at my favorite time in comedy after doing it 14 years. It's like being in a room with like young, hungry comics, and we're all just trying to make it, and we're all just working on our jokes, and we're all killing. That's my favorite memories. And like I want to create more spaces like that so I can keep the good times rolling.
That's
you know
beautiful,
what I mean?
Bro.
So we could all be like, maybe there's a time where like you're in town and a bunch of other comics are in town. We're all in the same lineups and we're all working on shit. Kind of like a New York, but in, just DC. You know,
it's fire, bro.
So appreciate you coming through. Congrats on everything, and we look forward to seeing your new stuff. Go catch the homie on tour and also on social media: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all the platforms. Stop that. Stop that.